country road, take me home to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong. I represent the country, yeah, I love the slums. Raised off in the sticks, man, it's where I come from. Love crackling cornbread, collar and corn fed. Southern by the grace of God, and when I'm gone, country dead. I ride them dirt roads, sometime to reach that destination. Ducked off in Joneswood, it's like I'm always on vacation. Blaze up the bonfire, calling up my country folk. Just build up that mason jar, light the pine and take a smoke. It's all good, we all fine. Big Marcus brought the moonshine. Kid Rocky in the dashboard, peaches shaking in the moonlight. It's something about them back roads stretching out across the county line. It takes me back to my days of young when my grandma was my sunshine. I love all the things that the country bring. Backwood riding little country lane on the front porch with my girl and kids. Cause the smell of beneath the country rain may not mean that much to some, but to me it's where my heart belongs. I'm calling on them country roads, them the ones that take me home. Country road, take me home, to a backwoods creek, down a long dirt road, sideways down that old dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong.
It's gonna be a long night.
So proudly we hailed
morning, race fans. It's Wednesday night. You know, chaos already happened. We had some technical difficulties on the track, so, you know, they got to take care of some things. But we're live now. They're in practice. Fixing to go qualifying here very shortly, BJ. Welcome tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night. Gonna be a lot of fun. These drivers are struggling out there on track. You see the 44 already up into the wall. Qualifying should be rolling in any second now. But these guys, you know, they're fighting the cars a lot, extremely loose off of the turns. They're bottoming out through the turns, grabbing the cars. Honestly gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a fun one.
250 laps. So, with that being said, BJ, do you have the points?
I do have the points. Let me pull that right back up here.
16 drivers in attendance tonight here at Nashville.
Coming into tonight, our points leader continues to be Aaron Smith. He is not here tonight, though. In second is Alex Huffman. Cedric Hunter in third. Brandon Holder and David Farmer will round out the top 5 in points from the leader down to 5th place of David Farmer. There's a 166 point difference. Big gap for the points. It's looking like Aaron Smith might have this one clinched unless he sits out the rest of the regular season. But qualifying rolling in. See who's first out on track here tonight.
In car number 8, it's Mikey Neal Jr. on the track. Cy Bowen also on track, making his first appearance tonight in the 99 car, sitting at the end of pit road. There's Mikey Neal Jr. taking the green flag for his lap number 1.
Also on track, we have the 84 of David Farmer, the 4 of Alex Huffman, 71 of Cedric Hunter, and 72 of Tony Iverson. All those guys out getting their warm-up lap. And now first lap from Mikey Neal Jr. is going to be an 18.96.
The next car on track, Scott Fritz into 1 from Leonardtown. Tony Iverson going second quick. Look at Alex Huffman going up to third or second quick now. Farmer to third. Iverson drops to 5th. Mikey Neal Jr. still on top of the charts. There's Scott Fritz. He had a little boo-boo there off the middle of 3 of 4 there. There's Cy in the 99. Doug Newbegin in the 7, also on the track. So, when a lot of these drivers finish qualify, we're going to do something fun, BJ. You just got to go along with me, got to listen to me, and you got to participate in the next driver.
Okay.
There's Brandon Zimmerman in the 20.
Gloucester. Google.
I think they're starting to make up these towns now.
Right? They just want to hear us pronounce this stuff.
Brandon Holder goes to third quick. Ryan Campbell up to 4th.
It's in Massachusetts.
So, let's see here. Who wants to be my first victim of the night?
Gloucester. Not what that sounds like.
BJ, why don't you look for me? Look and see if you can find Tony Iverson.
Iverson.
Oh, there he is. Go ahead. He's in the driver's meet. Go ahead and pull him up. So qualifying right now is first Doug Newbegin, Cedric Hunter, Brent Holder, Ryan Campbell, Signed, Mikey Neal Jeter, Alex Huffman, David Farmer, Tony Iverson, Scott Fritz, and Brandon Zimmerman. So, Tony, we're going to play a little game. This was your idea, not the game part, but you know what? You're going to be the first victim. I'm going to ask a series of questions. They're going to get to know you, and it's simple answers. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
Now I'm like, oh, should I even do this? Because you're like, yeah,
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I got you.
As Ryan Campbell stays on the board. So are you ready? We're going to do like a minute of questions here.
All right, let's do it.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Gotta go with pizza.
Your favorite track?
I like Michigan.
Are you an asphalt guy or dirt guy?
Oh, yeah, I'm an asphalt racer.
If you could be a woman for 24 hours, what would you do differently than what a woman would do?
I would definitely use it to my advantage to make everybody do what I want because they have that power.
That's good. What kind of car do you drive?
Right now, I drive a little souped-up WRX, but I'm trying to get rid of it for something with a V8.
Married or single?
Freshly married.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I'm going to leave that right there. So, like you said, we haven't talked to you all season long like that. Go ahead and tell us the sponsors on your car first off, and who you'd like to thank for being on board this season with you.
I'm going to be honest, I have no sponsors. I just really like Futurama, and I got excited when they were coming back on Hulu. So I painted a car about it. And, yeah, I mean, no teammates, no sponsors. I just kind of come out here, do my thing, and hope for the best.
All right. So, what's your goals in Bluegrass?
You know, I'm a West Coast guy, and I see the name Bluegrass, and I know that from living in North Carolina that this type of racing and everything is way more popular over there. So, kind of just want to bring it to the West Coast a little bit, take it to the good old boys.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Tony Iverson. He drives the 72. You'll get to see him a little later on tonight on track, hopefully up front, sir.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, BJ, it's going to be your turn. Why don't you pick someone and bring him up here real quick?
All right.
There's really no qualified right now. People qualifying as your top 12 drivers are already qualified. Everybody else is off. And actually, BJ, let's see here. That qualifying's ending, so we don't need to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to grab somebody too.
We might do that after the race. How about that?
All right.
So your results on the board is Doug Newbigin, Cedric Hunter, Brandon Holder, Ryan Campbell, and Cy. Your top 5. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Nashville 250. On the front row in the car number 7 is Doug Newbigin. To his outside is Cedric Hunter.
Inside row number 2 from Glove Box Motorsports, the 31 of Brandon Holder. To his outside, his teammate, Ryan Campbell in the 80.
Row number 3 in the car number 99 from Indiana, it's Cy Bowen. And to his outside, it's Mikey Neal Jr.
Inside row number 4 from Elite Motorsports, it's the 4 of Alex Huffman. To his outside, it's the 84 of David Farmer.
Rolled off on your 5th row inside to the high side hustler. Car number 34, it's Jason Bridges. And to his outside in Iverson Autosports, it's Tony Iverson.
Row number 6 on the inside, T-Berry Motorsports number 1, it's going to be Scott Fritz. To his outside, Lucky Ducks number 20, it's Brandon Zimmerman.
Roll it off on the 7th row on the inside is Zach Nichols. And to his outside is Jonathan Cogswell.
Inside row number 8 from Team New England, it's the 15 of Matt Grenier. To his outside, that is actually Jason Collins is race control tonight, so that's going to move Travis Twitty up into that 16th position, and rounding out the field is going to be Brian Terry in the 13.
Right. So we wait for the drivers to load in. We'll get this show underway here with the Bluegrass Cup Series.
I was for a second there going to have fun with Travis Twitty in the 29. Say Travis Twitty in the 29.
I don't think he's racing.
I don't. Oh, that's right. He's not. I forgot him and Jason both are.
That's right. As the drivers are starting to roll off here, Brandon Holder's down pit road from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. So that's a little game we're going to play during qualifying each race during the rest of the Bluegrass season. Next Monday night, BJ will get to pick a driver in Truck Series to do it. And it's going to be one of the drivers you don't really hear much from in the interviews. And we'll do it on Tuesday with the Xfinity Series, and we'll do it with the Cup Series, and even in the Dirt Series on Thursday nights when that takes off in a month's time.
Yeah, Dirt Series is going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to. Well, you'll wait and find out.
Cedric Hutter and Doug Newbegin on your front row. Ryan Campbell and Alex up in row number 2. Pace car is Zed. They're going to be waiting for Barney, the iRacing flagman, to wave that green flag. We're racing Doug Newbegin. Good start there, but also better start there for Cedric Hutter as they go into turn number 1. Doug Newbegin will have the lead out too. The front 3 single file out. Then you see Jason Bridges and Ryan Campbell. They're side by side as Fritz and Mikey Neal Jr. side by side. Hunter goes wide out of exit turn number 2. Bridges going around. He saves it, actually. Good job for Jason Bridges. That car was all kinds of cockeyed on the front straightaway.
Yeah, very, very sideways. Awesome to see him pull that one off and save it. On the other hand, still surprised at the angle that he was coming off the corner of the iRacing, getting through the caution anyways. So very good job by him to get that thing squared away, get it back rolling. Top 3 single file out, starting to pull away now from Ryan Campbell. Mikey Neal Jr. goes around. Problems for that number 8 machine, caution out for the first time tonight.
There he goes. He steps on the exit turn number 2. Locks him up on the back straightaway.
That car looked like it was just bouncing completely off the track as he was coming around that corner. Ultimately, just no grip when he came off of the turn and started to get back on the throttle, resulting in him going around. Unfortunate for him. Lucky for him, though, it doesn't look like he really has any damages on that car, able to continue on. Everybody else avoided him. So a good heads-up driving by everybody behind him.
So, BJ, you're thinking of questions to ask the next victim on Monday night? Write them down?
I have an idea in mind. But I'm not going to give him no heads up, so I ain't saying nothing.
Oh.
And stages are lap 50 and lap 100. Just wanted to, I was waiting, hoping that I would hear to find out for sure, in which case I did, thankfully. The stages are confirmed, lap 50, lap 100, and then we'll have 150 laps from there to the end of the race. Currently still on the field, though, leading the way is Doug Newbegin. In second is Cedric Hunter. Third, Alex Huffman. Fourth, Ryan Campbell. And rounding out the top 5 is Scott Fritz. Good run for Scott Fritz so far here tonight. Only 6 laps into the race, 3 of those under caution. But Fritz is up 6 spots already, and right behind him, We saw him, I believe it was at Daytona the first, or Talladega, I forget where we started actually, but we saw him the first race of the season. I don't think we've seen him since. Zach Nichols in the 44. He's up 7 spots to the good already in 6th position. Those two drivers sitting 5th and 6th are our biggest movers of the race so far. We'll see what the cards have in store for those drivers. Lights are out on a pace car. Doug Newbigin takes the inside line. He's in control for those drivers. Lights are out on a pace car. Doug Newbigin takes the inside line. He's in control of the field.
All right, the pace car making a hard left-hand turn right there into the pit entry. Field's in the hands of Doug Newbigin. As they come out of turn number 4, the Geico restart zone. We're racing. Doug Newbigin, your race leader. As you see, Cedric Hunter in that 2nd spot there, being chased by Alex Huffman there in the 4.
Zach Nichols makes his way into the 4th spot, moving very quickly through this field and gaining very fast on these top 3 drivers. They might be in danger coming up here in the next lap or so of their positions. Top 3 single filed out right now, but that might not last for very long. Zach Nichols showing a lot of speed. Here goes Cedric Hunter to the outside of Doug Newbigin. Newbigin down on the rough patch of the track on the inside line through the corner. 3 wide for the 5th, 6th, and 7th positions. Give it to Scott Fritz in turn number 1.
Well, it got kind of quiet there. I was looking at the stream, but it kind of was lagging there. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, a little bit fun.
It probably says it's a little late. We're a little tired. We got another caution out on the racetrack. Mikey, let's see here.
It looks like troubles again.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I'm showing troubles again for the 8 machine. Yep. He hits the inside wall this time. It's his 2nd self-spin of the race. He will take a pit sign on his own volition. Haven't heard anything about penalties being issued. Taking a pit sign, though, will restart him back at the back of the field.
So right now, your top 5 is Hunter, Newbigin, Huffman, Nichols, and Campbell. As right now, Zach Nichols up 9 spots. He's trying to trade in those nickels for a dime sack. Or a bag of dimes. How's that, BJ? That come off all right?
Yeah. It was
doubling his investment. Doubling his investment from nickels to dimes.
I was definitely not expecting a pun from Mr. Stephen McMillian, but I'll accept it.
I mean, he's doing a good job of 9 spots there being out here tonight. As you look at Huffman in that 3rd spot there in the 4 machine. He's been having some good runs lately.
Yes, he definitely has. And I've just received word from Bryce Hunter. Nichols will win, so Nichols is his pick.
Who cares about Bryce Hunter? Who's Bryce Hunter?
That's one thing we haven't talked about. What's your pick?
Let's see here. I don't know. I think Alex might can do it.
I think Alex. I gotta go with Cedric Hunter. He's been really fast lately in at number 71. Look forward to seeing him roll off another win. Lights out on pace car. Cedric Hunter's gonna choose the inside. There goes pace car down to the infield.
We're back to racing. Look at Cedric Hunter. Good start there. Doug Newbigin in that 2nd spot. There you see Huffman battling with Zach Nichols. Side by side, give it to Nichols. Nichols going for 2 for the price of 1. He might try to go 3 for the price of 1. Coming out of turn number 4. Who's going to lead a line? Give it to Zach Nichols. Up 12 spots as we got caution on the racetrack. And that is for Ryan Campbell.
Look here and see what happens to that 80 machine. Looks like he gets a shot in the shorts from David Farmer. Oh, and Farmer not quite able to recover very well either. Sends it down into the inside wall. Take a look at it from another angle here. It's like he just got a better run into the corner. It looks like the 84 just had a big run into the corner, maybe not able to slow down fast enough with the ruts in the track. He washes up coming off of turn number 4 and around he goes.
Farmer heavy into the inside wall there.
Bryce says, "Wowee, Steve, I see how it is."
I still don't know who Bryce is. I don't see a Bryce in here, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Brandon Burns, good evening, sir. Thank you for tuning in to Ultimate Dirt TV. Trying to look down here. Let's see. So we're under our third caution of the night. And we're only on lap number 20. 230 to go. Lights will go out. Zach Nichols will choose the inside. That will give Cedric Hunter the outside.
So a lot of racing to go. A lot of things could happen. Zach Nichols showing speed here early. He's got the fastest lap of the race. But as rough as this track is, it's still anyone's game. How much has he wore his tires in the early run, driving past the entire field? Green flag back out. Nichols off to a good jump, right about a half car length over Cedric Hunter down into turn number 1. Now with car length lead now 2, 3, man, he is flying through these corners and ripping off of them very, very fast. Cedric Hunter down on the inside. He's on the ruts. Alex Huffman looking to his outside, not able to make it happen.
Huffman, though, you saw him on the back straightaway when he went to 3 there. He went a little bit higher. He might have been looking at what the 44 Zach Nichols did to gain that lead. But right now, the 70. Oh, and there goes Alex Huffman. He's going to save it, but he's going to fall all the way back into that 14th spot there. There is Scott Fritz at a 0-1 looking to make a pass on the 20 of Braden Zimmerman. Cy in his hip pocket, trying to follow him through as they come out turn number 4. 225 laps to go. 3 cautions have plagued the race so far tonight. As the 20 pushes a little up there on the exit turn number 2. Look inside, look to the inside of the 1. Into turn number 3. This battle right here is for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the board. Brandon Zimmerman in that 20 machine. Leading that group of cars right there. There you see Jason Bridges in the 34. And Tony Iverson in the 72. Yeah, you know, he got to play along with our game earlier tonight.
Yeah, ooh. Start talking about him, now he's bobbling. Steve, now look at what you done.
Look at Matt there. Matt up 6 spots. Brandon Holder in the 10th position. He's dropped 7 spots at the start of the race. But look at this. Your race leader, Zach Nichols, pulling out to right by a 10-car length advantage over Cedric Hunter. Then you have Doug Newbegin in third, Brandon Zimmerman in fourth, Scott Fritz and Cy Bowen still balanced side by side. Oh, Jason Bridges goes around on the front straightaway.
Unable to save it this time for that 34 machine. Good heads up driving by the drivers behind once again to not get into him. That was extremely close for Tony Iverson. He was right at his back bumper when that turn of events started occurring. It's a good job of those guys not to get into him. Unfortunate for Jason Bridges struggling tonight with this car, with this track. You know, Steve, we saw it during practice while we were watching it. We heard the conversations going on. These drivers were having a really, really tough time, and they had a tough time getting the cars built to where it could handle the track and was manageable. So they're doing a good job as it is to be able to keep a hold of the car. We're 4 cautions in, lap 31. Could this be the pattern for the night?
Oh, it could be a pattern with single car, cautions. I mean, this is mainly, you see, it's off the exits where these cars are going around. For your top 5, look like this: Zach Nichols, Cedric Hunter, Doug Newbegin, Brandon Zimmerman, and Scott Fritz. Your top 5. 16 drivers here tonight. Mikey Neal Jr. out of the race. There's David Farber still on pit road. Caution lights stay on the pace vehicle.
At this point, I do not expect to see David Farmer come back out on the track in that number 84 machine. Been in the pit stop for over 5 minutes now. Not real sure what made him make the decision to come down pit road. If he just decided it was a little bit too far outside of his comfort zone running these cars here at Nashville Fairgrounds. But he's decided to take that thing pit side by the looks of it. Does not appear as though he's planning on coming back. And who knows? Maybe nature called.
Never know, but the lights are still on a pace car as they go into turn number 1. Running 6 is Cy. Tony Iverson up to 7th. Matt in 8th. Brandon Holder in 9th. Jonathan Cogswell round out your top 10. Alex Huffman, after early mishap, in that 11th spot right now. Let's see if Barney decides to give him the 1 to go signal.
Lord. Looks like it.
Yep, Barney. He's saying, let's go, boys.
Get the show on the road. Light them up. Knock them down. Let's go again. You're kind of going to get another shot at Zach Nichols here on the restart off turn number 4. Nichols been very, very fast on restarts. Very, very fast in the race as a whole. Clearly an extremely talented driver we haven't seen all season long. Green flag back out. He's off to another good jump. Cedric Hunter right along with him, right up on his back bumper down into turn number 1. There is a good onboard shot off the back of Cedric Hunter, side by side for third. That's Doug Newbegin, Brandon Zimmerman.
Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway as we're on board on the inside of Hunter. As you can hear the car, it sounds like it's in the track, maybe in those bumps. I mean, you can hear the bumps, that's for sure.
It makes me think of the dirt track one. Oh, big bobble out of Cedric Hunter. Makes me think of the dirt track when it starts getting ruddy and you hear the cars down the straightaways. Whoa, 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 whoa. Down in the turns. Love hearing that. Hate driving on it.
As we look a little further back in the pack, there's the 31 of Brandon Holder. There is the 4 of Alex Huffman. Now, if I'm going to make some money tonight, he better make some big moves.
But I'm not putting money on this one.
But meanwhile, Zach Nichols is starting to pull away again from Cedric Hunter running second. Look at Doug Newbigin running in that third spot there in the 7 machine as we're on lap number 39. There is Brandon Zimmerman in the 20. Cy there in the 99. And there is Scott Fritz.
Just a couple seconds ago when we were showing Doug Newbigin, we saw sparks fly off the bottom of this car. So that's something we're going to see a lot from them bottoming out the bottom of the car, smacking that asphalt there. You saw it again off Scott Fritz, caution flag waving on the speedway once again. I believe it's going to be Ryan Campbell, if I'm not mistaken, involved in this one. Ooh, and there is why Tony Iverson, a little bit of contact through the corner with him and Alex Huffman, loose off the corner, comes down into Ryan Campbell. Ooh. Hard hit. Who's that? Was that Brian Terry?
It looked like it. Let's see here.
Man, that was a hard hit. See, that to me, ooh, yeah, that sure was Brian Terry. That to me would be a hard one to make a call on, because yeah, there was contact between Alex Huffman and Tony Iverson that forced Tony Iverson to wash up the track. But it looked like Iverson had control of the car and just pushed it too hard off the corner long after the contact. So it's that would be a hard one to call. Do you rule that one back on the contact between Huffman and Iverson? Or do you rule that one on Iverson losing control of the car coming off the corner?
That's the reason why we get paid to announce and not to admin. I mean, if you look at it the way I see it, I mean, I don't. Rubbin's racing, and we don't know how close Alex really was to Tony there. If they actually made contact, you seem to get really close. You don't see Tony wobble or anything during that, but you do see Tony Iverson get loose off of turn number 4. So I would say probably it'd be Iverson.
That would be my guess too. He just gassed it too hard coming off the corner. It got him washed up into the marbles. There's little bits of rubber that's coming off of the tires setting up to the top, and Iverson is receiving fault for the caution. But the rubber off the tires starts rolling up the track and creates the marbles. When the cars hit that, it makes them extremely loose, and that right there is the result of it. You can drive up there, but you're not going to be fast. You're going to be spinning your tires a lot. You're going to be doing things just like we saw there. So, I have to agree.
Well, our 5th caution of the night on lap number 44. Coming to 5 laps to go before this stage ends. The cars will double it up. We're going to let them loose. Zach Nichols leading the field into turn number 3 with Cedric Hunter restart on his outside. Nichols has chosen the inside lane on all the restarts since he gained the lead. Out of turn number 4, we head into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out. We're racing. Good start there for Cedric Hunter and the 44 is Zach Nichols. Look at Doug Newbigin under attack for Brandon Zimmerman in the 20. Zimmerman on outside. They go to turn number 3. Newbigin running that bottom line. He's going to clear the 20 of Zach Zimmerman. Sally Bowen there in the 99, currently running 5th. Scott Fritz is 6th. A little further back, you see Matt and Brandon Holder. And there's the 4 of Alex Huffman looking to the inside. of Brandon Holder. Side, oh, Nelly, right in front of him. Caution out for Matt. 90, that car was dead sideways down the front straightaway.
Yes, it was Matt Grenier going for a ride right there. That is going to end the stage as well. So our current positions, our stage winner being Zach Nichols, Cedric Hunter second, Doug Newbicking third, Brandon Zimmerman fourth, Cy Bowen fifth, Scott Fritz sixth, Brandon Holder seventh, Alex Huffman eighth, Jonathan Cogswell ninth, and Jason Bridges will round out the top 10. So we saw that one happen live. Matt Grenier just single car spin. Seen it over and over and over here tonight. Everybody heading down pit road there. There's 44 of Zach Nichols, our stage winner. Ooh, Zimmerman missing his stall. Fritz missing his stall. Gonna cost those guys here in the end. Rolling off first off of pit road, that's gonna be it's gonna be Zach Nichols. He will resume in sixth place. Brandon Holder, Alex Huffman, Jonathan Cogswell, Jason Bridges, and Tony Iverson. Those drivers have not yet pitted. It's a little bit surprising knowing how rough the track is, how much wear it would have to put on the tires. But you know, Steve, we've seen it over and over, races that we would expect to see drivers pit, expect to see the tires really wearing on the cars.
Yep.
And they some of them have gone entire races without taking any tires and made the comment they didn't feel as though the tires were wearing down at all during those races. Could this be another instance?
Never know. It could be. Well, we got Alex up here. Alex, how are you? Squeal for me.
What? Easy now.
All right. So, Alex, you know, I picked you to win.
No wonder why I spun.
That's why I said you let me down. You let me down early.
You let me down by picking me already.
So, what's the strategy going in after this first segment?
I hope I can make it to the end of stage 2 and maybe save a set of tires for later. I don't know if they're going to matter much, but just pray and see what happens.
Definitely. How's the tracking working out for you?
It's loose. I like it. The car is slidey. I like the unpredictability. Makes it fun, edgy.
Awesome. We giving you shout outs while you're up here?
Give y'all a shout out for dragging me up there. I don't know why. But and everybody cheers me on, even though I doubt that's many.
All right. Right now, running second is Alex Huffman for the beginning of stage number 2. All right, Alex, good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. The lights are out of the pace vehicle. Brandon Holder going to bring us to the green. As Nichols won stage number 1 there, he will restart in 5th in the inside of the 3rd row. Pace car looking to make that hard left-hand turn. The field's in the hands of Brandon Holder as he comes across to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out. Good start for Brandon Holder. He clears Alex Huffman to go into turn number 1. Huffman in his hip pocket. There's the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. Look at Tony Iverson on the outside. 2 for the price of 1 right now. But you better watch out because here comes Zach Nichols to the inside. Iverson trying to make the high side work out of turn number 4. But it's going to be Nichols. Scored in 3rd at the line. Good battle for that 3rd spot right there.
Iverson showing a lot of speed here early in the stage. You know, he took a 22-second pit stop back on lap 42. Everybody else on 49 with the exception of Brandon Holder on lap 12. It does look as though the way Tony Iverson is running, as though the older tires might be a little bit stronger again, just like we heard Keith Hackney mention on Monday night in the trucks. He's showing a lot of speed in that number 72. Here comes Cy Bowen now to the inside of him. He's going to take over that 4th spot. New face, new name here in the Bluegrass Series battle going on for the lead now between Alex Huffman and Brandon Holder.
Out of turn number 4. Go Huffman! He saves it. He's going to fall back again. I think that's the same spot it happened last time. But he'll rebound back in that 5th spot as Brandon Holder was getting past for the lead out of 4. But Holder's now your race leader once again, with Zach Nichols chased him down in 2nd. It's Cy Bowen in 3rd. And at 99, you got Tony Iverson in 4th. Cedric Hunter and Alex Huffman. Huffman to the inside of Hunter.
You know, it's one thing to be watching is the sparks coming off the back of the cars. Every time they do that, that is potentially adding damage to those cars. It could potentially add suspension damage, could add aero damage, which aero, no. On these short tracks like this, aero is not a big deal, but it does take an effect on the tire wear. When you have a bunch of aero damage making the car tighter, puts more tire wear on the right front where it pushes it up the track. If you have damage that makes you looser, it's going to create more on the right rear where your back end's wanting to slide away. And these drivers are already going to be fighting that enough with the way they're bouncing, taking the load off of the tires as is. So something really interesting, something to be watching throughout this race to see if that does have any effect on these guys. Right now we got a battle going on between Doug Newbigging. I believe that was... Yeah, it is Tony Iverson on his inside right now. That is for that 6th position. Scott Fritsch right up ahead of him. He's working his way back up after that pit cycle.
This is him coming down the back straightaway. The top 2 start to pull away from Cedric Hunter in that 3rd spot. Oh, Nichols gets it loose off 4. He saves it. He will lose a little bit of time, but he's pretty fast. I'm sure he'll be right up in the hip pocket of Brandon Holder in a couple of laps time. There is Scott Fritz in the 1 machine. Doug Newbiggin in the 7 there. The Roasted Jim's Coffee sponsor machine on that Camaro. Oh, we got 1. That's Tony Iverson backing it in to turn number 4 there on the exit.
The way that car went around, it reacted as though he might have had some help. Take a look here. Looks like, oh, well, I would say that is a yes. A little bit of help from the 4 car of Alex Huffman into his left rear. See him down on the bottom. Looked like he started to wash up a little bit there too, so he might have checked up some left to Alex Huffman with nowhere to go. Huffman will receive fault for the caution though, and that is is the general rule of racing. You know, drivers are responsible for the nose of their car; they're not responsible for the back of their car. But it's kind of a general rule in racing, so that's a call that I do have to agree with. Huffman just trying to stay calm down there on the inside, just happened to tag the back of Tony Iverson. Unfortunate for him, both those drivers heading down pit road now.
They'll start tail back on this restart. Brandon Holder, your race leader. Zach Nichols, Cedric Hunter, Scott Fritz, and Doug Newbiggin, your top 5. Then you got Matt, Brandon, Cy, Jason Bridges, and Jonathan Cogswell, your top 10. Brian Terry running 11th. Alex Huffman in 12th. Tony Iverson in 13th. You're watching the Bluegrass Cup Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
As you just mentioned, Brandon Holder leading the way. We saw him lead a few laps back at Sonoma. You know, he's been doing good here lately, getting his way up front, making himself known here later in the season. I wouldn't mind seeing that 31 come down victory lane here over the next couple of weeks. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised to see it.
He sure has been running stronger. Next week, we head to, I believe, Watkins Glen And then we'll round out, before the...
Yeah, Watkins Glen and Daytona rounding out the regular season. I think that's what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, I was trying to think by memory. You gotta think. This is something I remember like 3 weeks ago. So I was like, some drivers will step on it. I'll just open my big mouth before I think.
It's okay. First time tonight we've seen somebody choose the outside. Not a move that I would have made, knowing how fast Zach Nichols has been on the inside on these restarts. But definitely interesting. We know that that's where Brandon Holder is probably more comfortable. Seems like he's been running a little bit higher, trying to stay up off the worst part of the bumps. No, he's not all the way up in the second groove. He's not all the way down in the bottom groove either. Be interested to see how this restart plays out. He's got Scott Fritz lined up right behind him. Pace car is off. Brings us to the green off the corner. Bobble out of Zach Nichols. But it's not going to really hurt him. He's already on the inside of Brandon Holder. Holder on that lane higher. Under heavy pressure right now. Nichols still to the inside. Scott Fritz right there on his back bumper as well.
Out of turn number 4. Nichols shuts the door on Scott Fritz there. Now Fritz under attack by Cedric Hunter on the inside. You're seeing sparks come out from underneath the cars. As the bottom's a little rough here at Nashville. As now we have a battle for the race lead. Brandon Holder and Zach Nichols. Zach Nichols alongside him. He pushed up a tad bit, but on the exit, turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It's going to be a dogfight. We might even have it 3 wide going into turn number 3.
Ooh, very, very close to it. Almost 3 wide coming off of turn 4 once again. Nichols fighting that car. We've seen him get loose a couple of times off the corner, but still able to stick right with him. Holder with the charge off of the corner. Give it to Nichols going down into turn number 3, though. Nichols, our current race leader. Good job by him to hold on to that thing and get it moving. Bobbles off turn 4 once again, but he has the lead at the line.
Nichols will clear Holder out of in turn number 1, out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Holder falls back to second. Now he's under attack by the 71 of Cedric Hunter. Hunter to the inside, out of turn number 4. They're side by side at the flag stand. Give it to Holder for that second spot. Scott Fritz is sitting looking pretty in that 4th spot there, seeing if those two will make a mistake so he can capitalize. As you see Doug Dubigan in 5th right there. Right behind him is Matt. Matt recovered nicely after a spin earlier in the race.
That he did. These drivers, a lot of them are fighting the cars off and on. There goes Cedric Hunter. Struggles for the 71 off the corner. Caution flag waving for somebody else, though. And don't tell me, is that the 4 car once again? It sure is the 4 car of Alex Huffman involved in this one. Again, self-spin off of turn number 2. And another one bit by the loose car on the rough track. But that's the 3rd time we've seen him get loose. Brings the car to a halt on the inside wall, allowing everybody to get going. Minimal damage to that car. Well done. So Nichols is a former pro driver in the NASCAR series, currently going for his pro license once again for next year. Good luck to you, Nichols. I tried doing that a couple of times now on dirt. I missed it by 1 good finish this season. If I could have had one more top 3 finish in the pro qualifiers, I could have made it myself for the dirt side. But I slept through the one race. I think I could have done it.
So we're on the 7th caution of the night. 8th caution was for the stage break there on lap number 50.
David Farmer and I believe that is Ryan Campbell. Both those drivers bringing it down pit road here. Thought we were going 1 to green there for a second, but we are not. So those drivers coming down pit road, getting a late pit on this caution right here. Probably just topping off on fuel, getting back out there, trying to get a longer run to the end of the stage. Just 20 laps to go. 19 when we hit the stripe here. As drivers rolling into turn number 3.
Well, let's go ahead and thank the league sponsors: Roche's Jim's Coffee, Hinder, Buckkicker, Nitro Racing, and Huffman Designs. League sponsors of the Bluegrass iRacing Series. You're looking to sponsor a league. Get a hold of Jason Collins with the Bluegrass on Facebook. They got some nice little packages you can sign up for. Zach Nichols choosing the outside for the restart.
Also surprising to see. Probably didn't want to get stuck on the inside of Brandon Holder. Once again, green flag is out. A huge jump for Zach Nichols right there. Immediately off to almost a half a second lead by the time they reach turn number 1. Holder under attack now from Doug Newbigging. Newbigging started on the pole here tonight, wanting to get those positions back side by side across the stripe. Give it to Holder.
So you see Holder and Newbigging side by side, Fritz and Hunter side by side. And then you have Matt and Tony Iverson side by side. A lot of 2x2 racing, the most we've seen all this week. Oh, the 20 of Zimmerman hard into the outside wall. We stay green. We're on lap number 85. As you look at Scott Fritz battling onto the inside of Doug Newbigging for that 3rd spot at the line. Give it to Scott Fritz. Fritz down to the inside of Holder. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Look at Newbigging. Close it up on the rear bumper of the 31 machine. Fritz pulls alongside him. This is going to be a drag race at the line. Give it to Scott Fritz at the line. Meanwhile, with these two battling, that's allowing Zach Nichols to pull way out in front here in Nashville.
Fritz right now looking for his best finish of the season here in the Cup Series. Picked up the win last night in the Xfinity Series. Good run for him. Shows that he knows his way around Nashville. Looking to do it again here tonight. First, he's got to get by Brandon Holder on his outside. Wash up the track a little bit. No contact. Those drivers make it out of the turn. All right. Give the position to Scott Fritz down into turn number 3.
Look at Holder on the outside there. Down the back straightaway. Holder at 31 as we're on the roof of the 7 of Doug Newbigging. He had to get off the gas there. Got to burp the throttle. As we look right behind Doug in his hip pocket, there is the 71 of Cedric Hunter. There's Tony Iverson making a good recovery. He's back up to that 6th spot.
Yeah, Iverson, one of those drivers you really got to watch out for. He's shown several times that he has had speed, just not able to be there at when it counts. Falling back, the caution flag waves, and my bad. I think I might have just jinxed him.
He just gets it loose there off the turn 2.
My bad, Tony. I think I should take fault for that one. I think I might have jinxed you. So yet another self-spin off of turn number 2. Seems like when they're losing it off of 4, they're having an easier time regathering the car and keeping it going without the caution coming out. When it happens out of 2, it seems like every time a car has gotten loose and sideways off of turn number 2, a caution has been thrown. So coming down pit road, Tony Iverson and Cy Bowen. Everybody else going to continue to stay out. We're on lap 93. Not sure. I haven't heard anything yet, unless I just missed it. Haven't heard anything yet about whether or not this will be the stage. We know lap 100 is the stage. When we go back green at this point, it would be right around lap number 97, 98. So we might have us a 2-lap dash to the end of the stage. Scott Fritz moved his way into second, right behind Zach Nichols. Brandon Holder third, Doug Newbigging fourth. And Cedric Hunter will round out our top 5 here on lap number 94. And caution number, I don't remember. 9.
No, it's your 8th caution.
Oh yeah, stage break. Good eye, Steve. Good eye. Doug Newbigging in the 7 car. He will bring it down pit road, relinquishing that 4th position to Cedric Hunter. Matt Grenier will also move up into 5th. Are you having fun, Steve?
Oh. Oh, Nelly.
Let's take a look at that engine bay.
We're getting all kinds of personal with Scott Fritz.
Scott, I think that thing you got there on your engine, I think that thing that was all covered in black there, I think that's illegal.
All right.
Lights are out on the pace car. Nichols will choose the outside once again. It's going to put Fritz to his inside. Fritz hasn't really been running the inside very much, mostly sticking to the high side. That middle lane, we'll see what he can do here on the bottom side of the track. And that butt kicker number 1 machine.
All right, the pace car makes the left-hand turn. The field's in the hands of Zach Nichols. As we're coming to the Geico restart zone, he's on the lap pedal. We're back to racing. Good start there for Zach Nichols. Even Cedric Hunter. Hunter battles for that 2nd spot on the outside. The 1 of Fritz battles back on the inside. As we're on lap number 97, down the back straightaway. There is Cedric Hunter on the hip pocket of the Cheez-Its Puff 44 Camaro of Zach Nichols.
Alex Huffman now on his rebound run. He's right up on the back bumper of Scott Fritz there. Side by side for the race lead, though. Cedric Hunter's got the run to the inside of Zach Nichols. Nichols washes up off of turn number 4. Cedric Hunter with the race lead down into 1.
Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Nichols going to battle back and dog race down into turn number 3 there. What some good racing up front at the line is Cedric Hunter. Nichols goes a little bit wide there. Oh, bobbles off of turn number 2. That's going to allow Hunter to clear Nichols into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, we complete lap. Oh, Nichols going around at the stage break.
Well, Nichols, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You can blame Bryce. He picked you. Should have been here tonight. Then you could have heard it yourself. But, oh, and Brandon Holder getting loose off of turn 4 as well. So, interesting turn of events for Zach Nichols off of turn number 4 there. That's going to bring us to Cedric Hunter, Scott Fritz, Alex Huffman, Cy Bowen, Matt Grenier, Doug Newbigging, Jonathan Cogswell, Tony Iverson, Zach Nichols, and Brian Terry are top 10 for the stage. Everybody coming down pit road with the exception of Cy Bowen, Doug Newbigging, and Tony Iverson. Those 3 drivers stay out. They all pitted right around lap 92 to 94. So not really surprised to see those drivers stay out. Right there is our stage winner, Cedric Hunter. What a good drive by him to get past Zach Nichols, who's been absolutely flying here tonight.
Yeah.
And here's a statistic for you, Steve. Matt Grenier, Cy Bowen with identical lap times for their fastest lap of the race. Where was it? Zach Nichols with an 18:15 for his best lap of the race. The closest one to him is, where was it? It is Doug Newbigging with an 18:34.
Oh. Well, let's do
So-
this.
Two tenths of a second difference in speed. Do what? What are we doing?
We're going to bring Jonathan Cogswell up there. Give him a quick interview.
Jonathan, BJ up in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, how you doing?
There you are. So, having a pretty decent run here tonight in that 27. You're up 7 spots into the 7th position. That's a lot of 7s in one sentence. But, you know, drivers are struggling with the setup. Drivers are struggling with the track. What are your thoughts? What is your take on this race going here tonight?
I'm just trying to survive, to be honest with you, and watching my exits mostly.
We definitely got a good run going for you right now. As long as you can continue to stay calm, do you feel stay calm? Pit strategies fall your way. Do you feel like you got a shot at a podium finish tonight?
Well, anything is possible, but these guys are all really talented, and I don't feel really fast, but I'm just staying out of trouble.
All right. Well, looks like lights are out. We're gonna let you. Are lights out?
Yep.
Yeah, lights are out. We're gonna let you get back at it. Good luck to you.
Thanks. Just got to stay out of that big bump in 3 and 4, I think it is.
All right.
Where do we got move you to? What team was it?
Lucky Ducks.
All right.
Good X.
All right, the pace car making that left-hand turn. We're fixing to go back to racing here at Nashville. And you look at Cy Bowen there, getting a good start. He caught Doug Newbigging sleeping on that restart. There you see Alex Huffman to his outside. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. It's going to be Doug Newbigging clearing Alex Huffman momentarily, but Huffman's going to battle back off of turn number 4. He'll fall back in line that 3rd spot. Then you got Tony Iverson up 6 spots. Scott Fritz with top 5. Zach Nichols. Oh! Doug Newbigging around on the back straightaway.
And another one falls victim. Caution number 11? 10. 11. I give up. Doug Newbigging just getting loose off of turn number 4 once again. Well, not again for him, but another car getting loose once again off of turn number 4. We've seen it a lot. Drivers still able to bounce back, get right back into position. Expect to see that 7 machine do it as well here. Cy Bowen, newcomer to the league, though. He is our race leader at the moment. He's got Alex Huffman right there behind him. As it stands right now, Steve, you might be making it.
Well, Cedric won the last stage, right, BJ?
That is correct.
Cedric, you got a copy?
I do. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. So you won that last stage there. on the restart like that, you're currently running right now in that 7th position. What's your game plan for the rest of the night?
I noticed the tires kind of seemed to be really good when they were fresh, and then they fell off. Also pretty good. They evened out with the guys that had like 50 lap older tires than me. So we're gonna try and save our stuff to hopefully try and get as much track position as we can early. But after that, kind of go to tire conservation and see if we get a green run. I mean, I would assume that with about 14 guys on the track, that eventually we're bound to get a green flag run. I know that it's a little difficult to drive, but I can hope, I guess. So just tire save and see how that works out for us.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight. Any shout outs you want to give before we send you back down?
I want to give you guys a shout out. I want to give all these drivers for coming out a shout out, and Roast Gems as always. So it's a great product, and I'll finish out the rest of my shout outs here when I get a podium at the end of the race. How about that?
All right, that sounds good. That's Cedric Hunter, currently in 7th. Will we go back to this restart? BJ?
Where are we sending you to? I forget.
Lucky Ducks.
Lucky Ducks. Sure. No, Nat. Dumb question.
Well, I almost made a mistake. I think I saw something that said like 2 ducks. I was like, that's not it.
Oh boy. Lights are going out this time on the pace vehicle. Nick getting his workout in tonight, driving that thing around. He's got almost as many laps as everybody else out here on the track tonight. Rough race going for these guys, but one thing is for sure, it is proving to us that this race is anybody's game. Anybody could lose it at any given moment, and anybody could win it at any given moment.
Billy probably in the passenger seat telling him, hit the gas. We're back to the Geico restart zone. Saab Bowen there. Good start for him. Hopping to the inside. Fritz will fall back to 3rd there. As you see, Tony Iverson looking to his inside down the back straightaway. There is Zach Nichols. He's rebounded back to that 5th spot. Your 3rd spot, side by side, out turn number 4, down the front straightaway. At the line, give it to Scott Fritz. But Tony Iverson takes over 3rd, coming out turn number 2. Oh, Nichols going around again.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Seems like every time he's getting it back up there, something just comes to bite him in that number 44 machine. Not what he is looking for on his return to the Bluegrass iRacing Series. But right now, newcomer to the league, Cybo, and this is exactly what he wants to see. He's not getting any pressure for that race lead as long as the cautions continue to fly. He's getting good restarts, good jumps on the start. And the warning has come out for all drivers, including that of Zach Nichols. Just a reminder, 2 cautions put you in a dangerous position. The 3rd one will put you out of the race for the night. So they have a 3 caution limit, 3 spin limit.
Well, we got Scott Fritz up here. Not up here, but I mean, he's in his car. But I mean, Scott, tell us how your race is going so far.
It's going pretty good. Just trying to avoid the mess. I feel like we're really good. We were really good there with Nichols for a while, and he's obviously really, really quick, and so it was good. We were hanging there with him, but just need to not make any mistakes and not get caught up in someone else's mess, and I think we'll have a shot at it at the end.
Awesome. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Just gonna shout you guys out for picking Huffman and not me for the win, Steve. But
Hey.
I see where it's at.
Hey.
guess if we covered the track in dirt, maybe I'd have a shot at it.
I'd come fight you for the win on that one.
All right. Well, good luck. As hopefully lights will go out next time by. But anyway, Scott, while we got you for a few seconds, go ahead and tell the fans if they're into dirt racing, pro late models Thursday nights, when's that going to happen? And what they have to do?
We're starting up September 15th, Thursday nights. Join the Bluegrass Discord. Find us on Facebook. The Discord link's in there. There's a Google form to fill out, and we'll get you signed up and get you going. It's going to be big. Sign-ups are picking up, so it should be good.
All right. Get signed up. That's Scott Fritz, everyone. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right, the pace lights are off of the vehicle. We're trying to decide if it's Billy or Nick driving the pace car. What?
What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K?
Run.
HDMI? Pace car is offside bow, bringing us back to the green. Bringing Scott Fritz right along with him down into turn number one, side by side for that second position. It's Alex Huffman to the inside. He's going to get the position over Scott Fritz in third. Here comes Cedric Hunter, the good charge down the back straightaway. He moves himself into fourth over Tony Iverson, nearly making contact between those two drivers. Iverson making the good move, though, letting out of it for Cedric Hunter. Those drivers now single filing it out. Lots of speed through the middle of the corner for Iverson. Having to check up once again for Cedric Hunter.
Look at this. This time the front has single filed out. Actually, the whole field is single filed out. Alex Huffman, he's hanging in there, but he's allowing Cy just to leave him. You're my pick, Alex. Come on.
He definitely is, and I feel like Cy's kind of like coming into this race as the underdog in that 99 machine. You know, nobody really knows who he is. We don't have any team information or anything like that on him. Just coming in here, new driver, and he's showing a ton of speed right now. He just turned an 18-18, the second fastest lap of the race, and the second driver to be down below the 18.2s, and he goes even faster that time with an 18.17. First driver to run below the 2s. Nobody else has even made it into the 18.2s. So I think we've completely missed a shot here, Steve.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, that was Alex. Alex.
What have you done to him, Steve?
He's blushing. Doug Newbigin right there saves it.
How?
Let's take a look at this.
For real?
We stay green. He just gets it loose. Right from Jonathan Cogswell.
Well done by everybody there to get by him. A good job to not bring out the caution. Got that thing squared back away. Oh, and now caution is going to wave.
Not too sure. Oh, it's the 71 of Cedric Hunter, and there goes David Farmer around after the caution was waving.
Well, now Bryce's pick is spun. Your pick is spun a couple of times. My pick is spun.
Well, why don't you do this? Long as they're not in pit road, why don't you pick another driver and bring up here?
Okay. Oh, he just went down pit road. Okay, let's look for another one.
Oh, the 80 getting another lap back. That's Ryan Campbell. Why don't you pull maybe, let's see here.
Ryan Campbell?
No.
Okay.
Brian Terry.
Well, that's who I was about to pick. There he goes. He just rolled off pit road. That's who I was about to bring up, but he was on pit road. All right, Brian Terry.
Hello, what?
How are you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. Where am I?
You are in the broadcast booth.
I hope you're in the sim racing.
Oh.
So, just trying to.
Tonight?
We're doing fantastic. Having some fun up here in the booth, getting a little bit of word with as many drivers as we can tonight.
All right.
You know, we noticed a lot of drivers fighting the cars a little bit here tonight. What's your take on the race so far?
People are pushing a little too hard. They just sit back and relax a little bit and go a lot smooth.
All right, well said. What is your just past the halfway mark now in the race during that last run? What is your plan for the rest from here to the end of the race?
Well, much like the first half, try to avoid the obstacles as they happen. Keep the car clean, and it ought to take care of itself.
It's a solid strategy. Any sponsor shout-outs you want to give real quick?
Yeah, Red Rocket Building. Little business me and a buddy of mine got. If you ever focus in on the hood, our little mascot Reese is right in the rocket.
All right. All right. Well, looks like the lights should be going out. We're going to get a quick look at that, but it looks like the lights should be going out if I'm not mistaken, so we're going to let you get back at it. Where do I got to take you back to?
Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys after the race.
All righty. Bluegrass, correct? I believe that's where I got him from.
Look on the top there, you see the red rocket?
Yeah. I don't know what you just did there when you switched cars, but you made me go cross-eyed for a split second.
There he is. Barney, he's waving that green flag. We're back to racing side. Bowen there, your race leader in the 99 as they come out of turn number 2. We're on lap number 135. Oh, side getting sideways. And around he goes. And he... Well.
Sideways from the race lead, loses the lead, fights it all the way down the straightaway. Good job by he himself to do exactly what he did there when he started to slide up in the track, gassed it up, shot it back to the apron. That could have gotten very bad, very fast.
Well, BJ, is Matt in the booth? Or Matt down there?
Matt Grenier?
Yeah.
Don't know. Let me look here. I don't see him down below. Scan it as it come back up. See if he's up in the garage. It does not look like he is.
Let's grab Doug.
Okay. Doug. I just saw him. Doug. Oh no, somebody's messed me up. So, quick little insight on Discord for anybody that might not know. If somebody sends a message in the Discord that you're in and you're trying to drag somebody, it pops up a little notification on the side of the Discord where you're dragging them and will not let you drag them. So let me try that again. Alright, there we go. Now I have Doug up in the booth with us. Well, his comms up in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of an interesting race. You got a lot of ups and downs from that number 7 machine. You started on pole, found yourself back to back, found yourself back to the front, and now you're right around the mid-pack point. What's your take so far?
Oh, we're getting a lot of good breaks, so we could think about what we're doing. Think of some strategies here. Seems like every 10 laps we're getting a, nice break, commercial break for you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
So, we're trying different strategy. Try a different strategy at that stage though. I pitted early. Still managed to get, I think, like 3 or 4 points for the stage. Set it up really good. Gonna start second on the stage, have a beautiful run, and then I ran the same line I ran in 1 and 2, like I did for 100 laps, and then just decided it was about time to kick out underneath me. 8 seconds damage there. So I mean, we're running the track. I'm trying to figure out some better lines to pass people on, especially 1 and 2. Trying to rip the bottom a little better, but feel pretty confident though. I think a lot of guys are hitting the incident limits sooner or later. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think I could have top 3 out of this easy. I think hopefully I'd like it to come down between me, Zach, and Cedric. I think the 3 of us probably have the best cars in the whole field right now. So I'm looking forward to that finish.
Hey, we got a lot of insight out of you. That was kind of nice. Go ahead and give us a shout out or two while you're at it before we send you back down.
I got you guys. Rosa Gems Coffee, 15% off. Code Lucky Ducks. Let me tell you, best coffee in the world. JC Concepts. If you want RC stuff, that's where you go and get them. Very nice. Sim Racer Hub. Team Lucky Ducks. Heck yeah.
All righty. Well, good luck to you. We'll let you get back at it.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for broadcasting. Hopefully we'll be back up here soon.
All righty.
All right, we're doubled up. Zach Nichols bringing the field to the green flag out of turn number 4. He's in the Geico restart zone. He fires. Good start for him, as you see. Scott Fritz in that second spot there. Then you have Alex Huffman back up front in that third position, battling with Jonathan Cogswell side by side down the back straightaway. Up into the inside. Cogswell drifts up a little high there. Out of turn number 4. At the line, give it to Alex Huffman. Cogswell, he's going to try to pull alongside of him, but look at Doug Newbigin down to the inside of Jonathan Cogswell too. And also, look at Tony Iverson. Iverson hanging in strong there. BJs, we're coming to complete lap number 143 on lap number 144.
Yeah, Iverson is doing a very good job as he makes a move to the inside of Cogswell. It's going to move him into the top 5. He's been here a couple of times tonight. Usually something seems to bite him, whether it be contact or just getting loose by himself. Right now he's doing a good job at yet another rebound here tonight, working his way back forward, trying to get himself a podium on the night. We talked to him earlier in the race. He and several... Doug Newbigging! Oh, man.
He just gets it loose off of turn number 2 and just loses it right before entering turn number 3 there. Tough luck for him.
That definitely was in heavy contact to the front of Tony Iverson's car as well from that. Brian Terry's the only driver so far to bring a pit side this caution. We roll on to lap 147 of 250, 104 laps to go.
Well, as you see, Tony Iverson bringing some cars down with him down pit road to make their pit stop of the night. Here at Nashville, you're watching Ultimate Dirt TV.
Whose phone did you steal that time?
Huh?
Whose phone did you steal that time to get us a fan cam?
Somebody's.
So currently leading the way once again is Zach Nichols, sitting in second. Scott Fritz, Alex Huffman back in third. Cybo in fourth. Cedric Hunter rounding out our top 5 right now. We got Tony Iverson. He sits in sixth. Jonathan Cogswell in 7th. Brandon Holder in 8th. Doug Newbigging takes it pit side. He's currently scored in 9th. Matt Grenier. Now Matt Grenier moves up into 9th. That is our top 10.
Well, you know, next week we're not going to be able to interview drivers during the race because we're at Watkins Glen. But we will have that interview part to get to know the drivers during qualifying. And that's something we're all going to take turns doing, picking a driver each night of the broadcast. They got around about a minute to answer as many questions that we give. That'd be something kind of fun to do, BJ. Really look forward to it.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually going to write down questions for Monday, believe it or not. I'm going to write down 20 questions. I'm going to set a timer on my phone. I'm going to tell them you got 1 minute. I'm starting now. Let's go.
All right, the pace car is in. We're fixing to go back to racing. Zach Nichols bringing the field down. Good start for Zach Nichols inside Bowen there. Bowen takes over the second spot as Fritz falls back to third. Then you have Alex up into the fourth spot. Then you have Cedric Hunter and Tony Iverson battling side by side. That is the battle for 5th and 6th of the track. Give it to Cedric Hunter for that 5th spot. Tony Iverson falls back to 6th. Brandon Holder in 7th of the 31. You got Jonathan Cogswell and Doug Newbiggin. Matt coming down pit road. Brian Terry down pit road. Ryan Campbell out of the race. Zach Zimmerman is on the track. Many laps down in that 20 machine. Actually, Ryan Campbell's on the track too. Many laps down. David Farmer's back on the track. Jason Bridges is out of the race. And Mikey Dill Jr. Meanwhile, oh, Cy having some problems there. And Tony Iverson making his way down pit road.
And Cy Bowen issues once again. Was able to recover it though. Looks like he's continuing to have problems. Just takes it all the way down to the apron right there, allowing everybody to go by him in that number 99. I expect to see him head down pit road here, and it looks like he is. Had a good run going for him earlier in the race. Has the second fastest lap in the race. Just struggling here late race though, as Zach Nichols continues to lead the way, pulling away from Scott Fritz in second, Alex Huffman in third. These drivers all getting spread out. Cedric Hunter catching up to the back bumper of Alex Huffman, though. He's going to be looking hard to try to get that podium position. He said earlier that he planned on speaking to us again. Let's see if he can make it happen here as laps are ticking off very quickly. We're under 100 laps to go now.
Yes, we are.
Huh?
I said, yes, we are. 97 laps to go. Zach Nichols way out in front. There is Scott Fritz in the one machine. Alex Huffman in third. There you see Brandon Holder trying to look to the outside. Getting the run off of turn number 2. Cannot make it happen on Cedric Hunter. Now he goes to the inside into turn number 3. Pushes up a tad bit. I guess, look at Hunter. Looked like got a little loose there off of turn number 4. That battle's going on for 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the track. Scott Fritz running in that second spot there. There goes the 31 on the outside. Holder side by side with Hunter. And it looks like Huffman's kind of holding him up a tad bit. Huffman running the outside there.
Uh-oh.
He thought about it.
Woo! It made me a little nervous right there.
Hunter getting around Alex Huffman for that third spot. Now look at Holder. He's thinking about it. Looking underneath of Huffman out of turn number 4. He thinks better of it. He'll fall back in line. There's Doug Newbegin. Made his way back up the 5th spot, or 6th spot there. There's Jonathan Cogswell in the 27. Meanwhile, the 44, Zach Nichols, your race leader. There is Scott Fritz in 2nd there. Cedric Hunter in 3rd. You got Huffman, Holder, and Newbegin. Oh! Holder around on the back straightaway.
Like Holder might have been getting a little loose and then just gets tagged by the 7 car. Hard to tell from that angle which came first, whether he was getting loose before the contact or after the contact. Doug Newbegin. Currently things are in the air about the number 7. They're looking back right now, it sounds like, as to whether or not that is his 2nd or his 3rd caution on the night. And it is confirmed that is only his 2nd caution of the night, so he is able to continue on. One more mulligan for the 7 machine of Doug Newbegin has now been used. Everybody coming down pit road. Jonathan Cogswell on the 27, he stays out for the time being. The only car on the lead lap to stay out in this pit cycle. Scratch that, Matt Grenier did as well. And now he has not.
Well, we have cycled through the drivers to interview. We should interview Nick, the pace car driver.
Oh? Well,
see if you can make that happen.
I am on it. Okay, so he's not there. We're and he's not there. What? Nick is not on?
All right, we're on our 14th caution of the night. It's a 16 on the board, 2 more for the stages. As you look, Ryan Campbell, 8 laps down. Bowen out. Iverson out. Farmer, 17 laps down. Zimmerman, 18 laps down. Terry out. Bridges out. Neal out. Farmer, when we go back, double him up, he'll get a wave around. Coming down the back straightaway, guy. Thank Roaches, Jim's Coffee, Kinder Performance, Butt Kicker, Nitro Racing, and Huffman Designs as sponsors of the league.
The summons has been sent.
For the 17th time tonight, we're having a restart. Green flag is out.
Jonathan Cogswell with a good restart. Looks like he has to check up off of turn number 2. That's going to immediately relinquish the lead to Zach Nichols. Cedric Hunter's going to follow right in tow. He will take that 2nd spot away. Here comes Scott Fritz now side by side for that 3rd position. Give it to Fritz down into 1. Cogswell continues to fall back now as Alex Huffman and Doug Newbegin work right alongside of him. Brandon Holder following in suit as well. Everybody now working their way past Jonathan Cogswell. The older tires not working in his favor right now. Everybody else pitched on lap 164, 166, and 165. Just currently zooming right by the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell.
As Zach Nichols is pulled away from Cedric Hunter in that second spot there. Scott Fritz in third. My pick still has a chance. He's still in it. Alex Huffman. I mean, he got to do a Huffy kind of thing to get up there. Don't know what it's going to be, but he going to have to make a move. We're closing in to 75 to go in 2 laps.
Yes, we are. Very, very quickly, actually.
Who did you pick?
Cedric Hunter.
Oh, that means we're all right there. I mean, but I got to win.
Well, as of right now, it looks like Bryce is going to be the one to win as Zach Nichols continues to pull away nearly a 1 second lead over Cedric Hunter already. Scott Fritz sits in third right now. The man a little upset that we didn't pick him. So honestly, you know what? No, I'm not even going to say it. Just going to sit here quietly.
I still don't know who Bryce Hunter is. I have no clue in the world.
Well, he's just some random fan that watches and likes to message us and talk about his win, his picks for the win and things like that. Oh, and Zach Nichols loose off of turn number 4, able to recover it really quickly though. Well done. Second, third, and fourth, all right there close together. Only a few car lengths separating each of those drivers. Alex Huffman sucks right up to the back bumper of Scott Fritz. Oh, Fritz very loose off turn number 4. He's going to check out both those drivers, give a little breathing room. Cedric Hunter.
we got the Ultimate Dirt TV staff just chatting away down there tonight. One's cooking. I told him he ate last night. He could have came and talked to us tonight, but he still wants to cook. But way out in front is Zach Nichols in that 44 machine, putting on a dominant performance tonight. Couple mistakes. Had to rebound from him, but doing a good job on lap number 180 out 250. 70 laps to go for Zach Nichols. Cedric Hunter has the lap car of Brian Terry right in front of him. Scott Fritz there in the 1, currently running third with Alex Huffman in the 4 machine. Doug Newbegin, after having some problems there, he's rebounded back. Looked like he got a little loose there on the back straightaway. Saves it. Here comes the 31 of Brandon Holder. And Matt Grenier in the 15 machine, currently running in 7th. Jonathan Cogswell, who restarted on the pole, has fallen back to 8th spot.
Eighth spot and the last car on the lead lap. As it sits right now, he's 8 seconds behind Zach Nichols. That's just under a half a lap on their lap times, averaging right around 18.5 seconds. So an 8-second gap between him and Zach Nichols, right about half a track. That is the difference of our lead lap cars. So right now we're on board with Alex Huffman. He's still right up on the back bumper of Scott Fritz, waiting, hoping for another mistake out of Fritz. Fritz staying nice and smooth at the moment, just biding his time, not making any mistakes right now. He made one earlier that cost him some ground on Cedric Hunter. Right now they're both getting on Cedric Hunter. And yeah, it's all just single file racing right now.
So no one picked Scott Fritz, right?
Yeah.
Well.
All I'm saying is he won last night. I'm just going to leave it at that.
We got 64 laps left, or now 63. There's a chance we can get all 3 of us a podium finish who we picked.
There is. Poor Fritz, but there is.
Sorry, Fritz. Huffman, I'm giving orders.
Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna walk away if he does that.
And I'm gonna plead the fifth.
You can't plead the fifth. It was set on air.
Way out of front, Zach Nichols going into turn number 3. He can take it easy for a little bit, that's for sure. As we're completing lap number 189 on lap number 190. 60 laps to go for Zach Nichols, Cedric Hunter in that second spot there. And there goes Alex Huffman, as Scott must have heard it, that orders were given and decided you have it.
Don't you ruin my good race, Steve. I just let him have it. One spot ain't gonna hurt that bad.
And now he has Zeiss set on the 71 of Cedric Hunter. There's still a chance that he wins.
There is.
And there's a good chance that guy named Bryce picked the right guy to win. I mean, he's way out in front. Zach Nichols in that 44 Jesus Puff car. Cedric Hunter, the Roasted Jim's Coffee Sponsor Machine. A huge shout out to Roasted Jim sponsoring the league and the cars. A lot of cars out here. Remember, Cedric said you can get 50% off your coffee by using the promo code, was it Lucky Ducks?
Lucky Ducks.
I might have to do that.
I wish that I had known about the promo code the last time.
Look at Fritz. He just got back around the 4. For that third spot. Huffman falling back to 4th there. Matt Grenier in 5th, up 10 spots. There's Doug Newbegin. There's Brian Terry to 13. Brendan Holder currently running 7th. And Jonathan Cogswell in 6th. Ryan Campbell, a couple laps down, in 9th. Passing David Farmer, who's currently in 10th. Brandon Zimmerman running 11th, many laps down. And there's Brian Terry, currently running at 12th. Cy out of the race, Tony Iverson, Jason Bridges, and Mikey Neal Jr. Who's going to win? Nickel, Fritz, Hunter, or Holder? Well,
it's still anybody's game. It could still be Newbigging sitting in 6th.
Well, this thing, BJ, they can head over to the Bluegrass YouTube page, cast their vote. Who's going to win? It's in the chat.
And go cast your vote. It is still anyone's game, and that last time by Cedric Hunter was 0.2 of a second faster than Zach Nichols. You see the gap right there now starting to close. Nichols been fast all night long. Now pace is off, caution flag waving. Ooh, I think that was David Farmer. I saw smoke coming from there on the inside. Oh, just hits that rough spot there in the middle of 1 and 2, sends him down into the inside wall. Seen it several times here tonight. Let's see. Does mine show the cautions? I don't think mine does.
Caution number 15. Other 2 cautions were for the stage breaks, as you see. Pit stops happening. There's Zach Nichols. Be the first off of pit road. Cedric Hunter, Scott Fritz, Alex Huffman, Doug Dubigan, and Matt Grenier there. Brandon Holder stayed out. He's going to make his way on pit road. There's Jonathan Cogswell coming down pit road. Well, I tried Brett. He's not answering now.
Yo. Nick turned us down to cook. Brett, go bye-bye. Using a Brett term there, huh?
Well, we could interview Jason Collins, but I just don't know. He might teach us some new words in our vocabulary.
Well, he hasn't really sounded heated over race comms yet. Have we talked to Huffman yet?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did, because you asked him to go squeaking for us. Did we talk to Jason Bridges? I believe we did. Do believe we talked to Cogswell. Talked to Hunter. Talked to Newbigging. Have we talked to Zimmerman?
No. Let's see if we go back. Lights go out. They go out. We can talk to them next time.
Okay.
All right, lights go out. We're going to go back to green. The field is shrinking, that's for sure, from what we started with.
Yes, it is. As it stands right now, we have 12 cars left on track.
Brendan restarts though. Green flag is back out. Good start for the 44, Zach Nichols. The 71 of Cedric Hunter. Now you see Huffman battling on the outside of Scott Fritz. Out of turn number 2. Give it to Huffman down the back straightaway. Fritz falls back to 4th. Doug Dubigan in that 5th position. And you have Brandon Holder, Matt Grenier, and Jonathan Cogswell. And Zach Nichols starting to pull away as we have 44 laps to go here at Nashville, the Nashville 250, live on Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook and YouTube. Hit that like and follow button. Share out the broadcast. We're also simulcast live on the Bluegrass Facebook page and YouTube and on dirtfan.com. Cedric Hunter tried to chase down your race leader of Zach Nichols. Nichols, though, just really strong right now at this point. I mean, something's going to have to really happen to Zach Nichols for Cedric Hunter to capitalize. But right now, me, you, and that guy named Bryce, I believe his name was, our picks are in the top 3.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that guy named Bryce is winning. But that last time by, something to think about. We saw Zach Nichols prior to that caution coming out. He was getting a little bit slower, and Cedric Hunter was starting to gain ground on him. With that last time by, Cedric Hunter was 0.2 of a second off the pace. Now Cedric Hunter runs the fastest lap he has ran all race with an 18:22.1. Zach Nichols with the 18.2 flat. So those two running virtually identical times that time by.
Well, you know,
go ahead. I'll say it's still anyone's game.
It is. But we look at Scott Fritz, and you see the iRacing belts on him. The one closest to the camera is moving. They're supposed to be tight.
Yeah, I've never seen a belt properly on a driver that moved. Never. Literally never.
He's living comfortably in that seat.
I don't think I would on this track.
There is Zach Nichols. Looking at Zach Nichols. Was on board, looking at him.
You can tell in the driver's seat right there, you see just how rough the track is by the head movement. You know, even unless it's something newer that iRacing has put in, you used to watch all the time on the dirt track. There wasn't a whole lot of head moving, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, but as the track got rougher, you'd see the head bouncing around, shaking a little bit. If you watch the heads of these drivers, you watch the helmet of these drivers, it is non-stop moving in this race. They're bouncing all over the place. It just goes to show how rough this track is around Nashville.
Oh, totally. Looks like Scott Fritz kept that car really clean tonight.
One of the few drivers to do so. That's basically what he told us he was going to try to do. Just stay clean, set up everybody else's mess, just relax and work his way around the track. And if you look at the seatbelts on Scott Fritz, he's definitely relaxing.
He's chillaxing.
Living life on the edge, but he's relaxing.
Again, Zach Nichols way out in front here at Nashville. There he is, coming out forward down the front straightaway. There is the 71 of Hunter. There's Alex Huffman running in third, Scott Fritz, and there's Brandon Holder. 30 laps to go here at Nashville. The driver's pretty much strung out.
Big Machine Vodka, the smoothest vodka.
Who?
I just read the inside wall when we were on static there a second ago.
Yep, one of the track sponsors.
No, I'm thinking about vodka.
There's Brandon Holder right now, has the top 5. There's Zach Nichols going into 3. There is Cedric going into 3. And there's Huffman. They're pretty much evenly spaced throughout the track there.
Zach Nichols continuing to pull away from Cedric Hunter. You see the times there on the board. Cedric Hunter faster on lap 219, but bringing it right back is Zach Nichols. 2/10 on lap 221, nearly a full 10th on 222, and just over a full 10th on 223. Continues that momentum that he's had all night long. Now goes to put our pole starter of Doug Newbigging a lap down. That is now all the way up to 8th position, a lap down. Top 7 currently are only drivers on the lead lap. Right now, Jonathan Cogswell sits about 8 seconds in front of him.
Yep, Jonathan Cogswell in that 7th spot. There's Jonathan Cogswell right there going into turn number 3. Zach Nichols. There's Cedric Hunter. He sees Doug Newbigging ahead of him in the 7 machine. 24 laps to go, and there goes Doug around. Doug gonna be facing the wrong direction.
Troubles continuing for Doug Newbigging. I do believe that puts him at 3 on the night. Self-spin for that number 7 machine. I don't know if the self-spins count against him or not.
Well, he's in pit road.
He is in pit road. That was pretty hard hit to that inside wall, sent the car spinning a couple of times down front straightaway. He's going to tighten up our top four once again of Zach Nichols, Cedric Hunter, Alex Huffman, and Scott Fritz. Oh, Cedric Hunter, Scott Fritz opt to stay out. Zach Nichols, Alex Huffman down pit road. Looks like everybody else is going to stay out. Brandon Holder stays out. Matt Grenier stays out. And so does Jonathan Cogswell.
Well, as many cars are on the lead lap, I mean, it really doesn't hurt if you pit now or not. You would think.
Yeah, you would think. But winding down to only... We had 24 laps to go when the caution came out.
22 to go right now on the 16th caution of the night.
I do think it's going to make it difficult on Zach Nichols to try to get back to the front. As it sits right now, I'm in pretty good position. Don't let me down, Cedric. Sorry, Scott. Hey, go Steve. Guess who just had the fastest lap time?
Who?
Brandon Holder with a 44.13.
I'm so tired. I'm like, really? I was expecting
that lap. He was the fastest that lap.
Cedric Hunter, your race leader. As that shows the best time, their best times up there below their name. They've had all night. 18.211 for Hunter. Fritz was 18.333. Nichols 18.141. Owen was 18.174.
Only a couple of drivers able to break that 18-1 bracket. We now have three drivers that have broke the 18-2s. Everybody else is still 18-3s or further behind. Lights go out on the pace car. Cedric Hunter in control of the field.
All right, the pace car making the left 10 turns. The field's in the hands of Cedric Hunter. Out turn number 4 into restart, so we're back to racing. Good start for Cedric Hunter. Oh, we got one going around. That's Brandon Holder.
Oh, no.
Oh. Spun the tires coming to the green. Restarting at third position.
Unfortunate for Brandon Holder, that puts him from, I believe it was third. Yes, it was third. Now back into the 7th position. Zach Nichols already back into 4th. Alex Huffman sits in 6th. Currently our top 5. Cedric Hunter, Scott Fritz, Matt Grenier, Zach Nichols, and Jonathan Cogswell. Cogswell is looking at his best finish of the night. As long as he stays on, or best finish of the season, if I'm not mistaken, if he stays on the lead lap in this race, he will get that. Closest car after the lead lap cars to being on the lead lap is Doug Newbigging, sitting in 8th, and he is 4 laps down. So I don't see Jonathan Cogswell not having his best finish of the season as long as he finishes this race.
Oh, John says promo code is only 15%. Doug misspoke. Here, coffee sales went out of the roof overnight. bad thing is the complaint department going to get a lot of phone calls between 15% and 50%.
I just ordered coffee, and that price was way higher than what I was told it would be.
I was going to order my whole savings account with Roasted Jim's coffee with 50% off.
Well, I wasn't going to go quite that far, but I was going to order a good bit.
So promo code Lucky Ducks for 15% off any Roasted Jim's coffee. Still good buy with 15% off, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and you know, I really enjoyed the Roasted Gems coffee that I had. I believe it was the Cowboy Blend. I don't remember, but it was very good coffee.
So this is my question with Roasted Jim's coffee. Does it come?
Okay.
Can you grind your own coffee? Does it come like in the beans?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't have a grinder, so I never even look for that option.
I do. All my coffee's grind. I can tell you this. Since I got the grinder, I can get the worst coffee, grind it, and make it taste good.
I love fresh ground coffee. I want one. I need to get one.
I got off of Amazon, you know, but yeah. So now I'm kind of addicted to the coffee grinder, and so anytime I get coffee, I get whole beans. So that's something curious to find out. Maybe John could let us know.
Well, just don't spill the beans, okay?
Right, I'll try not to. Face guard back in. We're back on the loud pedal. Here we go. 12 laps to go. The 71 is Cedric Hunter gets a good start there, but look at the 44, Zach Nichols. On the outside, there comes the 4 of Huffman. Huffman beside Grenier there. Out of turn number 4. Oh, the 44, Zach Nichols. Looked like he got a little loose there, but now he takes over that second spot from Scott Fritz. Huffman up to 4th. Pulls up along the back bumper of the one machine. Look, oh, Scott Fritz got really loose there. That's going to allow the 4 of Alex Huffman to get back around him for that third spot with 10 laps to go. Huffman started to pull away from Scott Fritz down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Does Cedric Hunter have what it takes to win tonight? Or will Zach Nichols reel him in? It's anybody's game in the top 3, that's for sure, as we speak right now, with 9 laps to go.
Cedric Hunter, the last time by was the fastest car on the track as it hit the stripe. This time we'll see who is faster. I have to say, yes, it is Zach Nichols, right on par with the fastest lap of the race that he ran earlier. Less than a 10th difference. Pulls right up to the back bumper of Cedric Hunter. Just 8 laps to go, 7 when it hits a stripe right here. Expected to see him take a look to the inside of Cedric Hunter. He does not, holds off, sticks right up to the back bumper, just inches between those two cars. Now to the inside of Hunter. It's Hunter trying to lock him down in the rough part of the track and get the run off the corner. Little bobble out of both cars. Both drivers able to hold on to it. Those side-by-side drag race down the front straight away into turn number 1. Zach Nichols has a position.
Zach down the back straightaway as your race leader into turn number 3. Cedric Hunter tries to keep the car down low as they come out turn number 4, coming to the butt kicker. 5 laps to go. Alex Huffman in that third spot right there. Then we have Scott Fritz getting around David Farber there in the one machine. Currently running in 4th. Matt Grenier in 5th. There's Brandon Holder, currently running 6th. Jonathan Cogswell. 4 laps to go for the 44 of Zach Nichols as he goes into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. Cedric Hunter gets it loose there. That's going to allow the 4 pull along to the rear bumper as they come out turn number 2. Hunter on outside. Huffman looks to the inside. Coming to 2 laps to go. Huffman up to the door, but here comes Hunter fighting back. That was Huffman up to the door of Hunter. That's a lot of H's.
It is a lot of H's as we come down into turn number 3. Nichols still leading the way. Battle going on right now on the track for second position. Still Cedric Hunter with the position. White flag in the air now as we head down into turn number 1. It is Nichols, Hunter, Huffman.
There's Holder stuck on the inside there against the wall. Oh, Nelly, the top 2. What's going to happen here? Cedric Hunter crosses the line in second. Scott Fritz third. Let's take a look at this. Both drivers right there. The 31's against the wall, so, I mean, Huffman had to go up. No way around it. He had to go up in order not to get into 31. By doing so, he got into Cedric Hunter. And both drivers go around on the front straightaway.
Yeah, Hunter was able to keep the second position, but Huffman took a big hit for that one, falls all the way back into 4th.
Take a look at your official results here. Zach Nichols, Cedric Hunter, Scott Fritz, Matt Grenier, Jonathan Cogswell, Alex Huffman, Brandon Holder coming home in 7th, Doug Newbig in 8th, 9th to be Ryan Campbell, 10th to be David Farmer, Brandon Zimmerman comes home 11th, Brian Terry in 12th, Cy Bowen in 13th, 14th Tony Iverson, Jason Bridges in 15th, and Mikey Neal Jr. coming home in 16th tonight. Well, it was a long race, that's for sure. Got a little late start for some technical difficulties, but after all said and done, BJ, it was a really good race.
It really was, a lot of lead changes, a lot of different drivers leading laps in this race. And, you never knew at any point in time who was going to have it, who was going to be able to get it. Ultimately, in the end, it ended up being Zach Nichols recovering after 2 spins.
Well, BJ caught up with the race winner.
Try to caught up with the driver of the 44 of Zach Nichols. Zach, you had a good race to start. You ran into a couple of problems, had to come through the field, managed to make your way back up there and win the race in the end.
Yeah, the setup was really hard to drive because there's a big old bump off of turn 2, and it just upset the car, which resulted in me in spinning earlier in the race. Is why I had to go to the back. But yeah, we brought her back through the field and managed to pull off the win here.
It was mentioned early in the race by somebody who's usually here announcing with us, but he took the night off. You're going for pro for next year. You're former pro. Does this kind of put a little bit of wind in your sails, make you feel like you still got it, you're going to be able to get up there, have a shot at a championship?
I don't know if I was gonna go for pro. I don't know who gave you that information, but yeah, I've been just doing a lot of races and been picking a lot of races off and winning a lot. So I don't know. It's been a good couple weeks. So yeah.
You had one more question. We'll let you get your sponsors and shout outs, but had a lot of cautions here tonight. Feel like all those cautions were kind of playing into your favor or hurting you in the long run?
Yeah, I pitted there at the end with like 20 to go. I didn't think the tires, or I knew that if there's going to be any cautions that Cedric was going to win this because the tires would cool off and they'd be the old tires would pretty much be as fast as mine. So we needed to go green those last 20 laps, and it did. So that played in our favor. And
all right, we'll go ahead and thank your sponsors. Shout out to everybody who makes it possible.
yeah, I'd like to shout you guys out for broadcasting. My dad, he's watching. and the cheese at paint scheme.
Alrighty, and that is Zach Nichols. Steve?
Well, let's see here. Coming home in second, Cedric Hunter. Let's see. Cedric, congratulations.
I appreciate it, man.
Rough finish, but still finished second, coming out turn number 4 when Brandon Holder was stuck on an inside wall there. I mean, Huffman had nowhere to go but into you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we didn't even know he was there. I guess apparently they were trying to call it out and just didn't get it out in time. So would have known, would have given a lot more room. Just, I was already planning on kind of pinching him down. Just he had fresher tires and I didn't want him to get a run off the corner. So we did what we had to, unfortunately, for Alex, that he couldn't even get the podium there. So that was unfortunate. I felt like I was the second fastest car behind Zach, and he was the class of the field. I think I might have had something for him if it went like really deep into the run, and unfortunately we just never got that opportunity. But he's Zach Nichols. He's on another level, so it's always good to run second to him. One of these days we'll get a little bit better and actually be able to give him a more, be able to actually race him more. So.
Awesome. Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you tonight.
Yeah, man. I want to give a huge shout out to Roasted Gems Coffee. They help out the league as well as the entire Lucky Ducks team and myself a lot. So huge shout out to them. If you haven't already tried their coffee, honestly, I strongly recommend it. In my opinion, it's the best coffee that I've ever tried. So,
and what's the promo code?
I've got a few of them, but if I'm not mistaken, the one for Lucky Ducks is just Lucky Ducks. I believe it's 20% off. It might be 15, but
15.
I mean 15. Yeah, so it gets you a good chunk off there. So if you do go buy some of their product, I strongly recommend it. Use code Lucky Ducks for 15% off. Huge shout out to Shady Designs for making the paint scheme and most of the schemes that we have at Lucky Ducks. And a shout out to you guys for doing what you guys do. I want to give a shout out to the admins. I guess with the patch that they had on iRacing today, I believe, it kind of tweaked the setup a little bit and didn't make it drive as good as it did yesterday. So they did us a favor and then they gave us a better setup than what we had at 9 o'clock. Still wasn't great, but it was better. So I appreciate them for doing that for us. And yeah, all the guys that showed up tonight and all the fans out there too.
Definitely. I mean, Doug tried to give away 50%, and then John had to correct us on YouTube. It was 15. That's how it is 15.
Yeah, it's just a little tweak. It's just that one mistake just makes a big difference. So, I do appreciate them though for putting in the work and trying to fix it. So it definitely made our job a little bit better tonight. Obviously, we still saw a lot of cautions and stuff, and then just self spins. It's still a handful. It was a driver's strike for sure.
Definitely. All right, that's Cedric Hunter coming home in second place tonight.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Good luck at Watkins Glen next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
All right, your third place finisher, Scott Fritz. Well, Scott, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you had a good finish there. Coming out turn number 4 allowed you to the wreck that happened turn number 4 allowed you to get into the podium finish there. Describe your night for us.
Yeah, it was a good night. We stayed out of the mess. Didn't really make any mistakes like a lot of people were doing and spinning out and stuff like that. So it was a good night. Not sure what happened there on the end. Huffman definitely should have finished where he was. So I hate it for him. But yeah, it was a good night. I wish I had an extra set of tires there at the end when we had that caution. Nichols and Huffman came and took tires because it definitely hurt us right there at the end. But other than that, it was still a good night.
Definitely a good night. Any sponsors, shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, obviously NLRA and T-Berry Motorsports, Mid-South Mafia, CFM, Jewel Say Speed Shop, Butt Kicker, Wrath ATV, UTV, 605 Racing Tire Solutions. And then obviously Jason for putting this on, and you guys in the booth.
Did you know Martha Stewart owns NLRA?
No, I do not, but I do now.
Martha Stewart was cooking when we asked for an interview. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. We tried to get him in here to do it, and he was too busy cooking. So now I'm calling him Martha Stewart. So. All right, coming home in third place tonight, that's Scott Fritz. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Well, BJ, that's going to conclude our broadcast tonight. It was a little long, a little hairy, but after a while, we finally got it done here at Nashville. Congratulations going out to Zach Nichols. Picking up the win. Cedric Hunter and Scott Fritz finishing second and third. Tough luck going to Alex Huffman, who would come home in sixth. Well, BJ, next week we're at Watkins Glen. It's going to be exciting. We won't be able to interview the drivers during the race like we did tonight because there's only the cautions are only in the, what do you call it?
Stage.
In the stage. There you go. So maybe we could do some stage interviews. But we'll definitely have get to know the drivers at the very beginning. Maybe I get BJ, make me a cool little logo or something that we can put on the screen. But until next time, BJ Duvall and myself, we're going to say good night. God bless. Be safe. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you next week.